Okay, good morning, students. And today I will continue with the OpenOffice.org writer. This topic will not be in PT1, but in periodic test there are only 3 chapters. That is chapter number 1, then chapter number 2, chapter number 3. But this topic is only for practical, so there will be no any question of from writer in your PT1 exam. Okay, students, in a writer, it is just like a MS Word. It is a word processor. In the top, there is a standard toolbar. In standard toolbar, there is a some commonly used tools are there. For example, new, open, save, print, then spelling and grammar, then format paintbrush. Some commonly used buttons. These are called standard toolbar. And after that, there is a formatting toolbar in which there are tools for format your text. So in which you in this you can select your font style, font size, bold, italic, underline, then alignment button, right, center, left, justify. There are numbered list. There is a bulleted list. Then there is a increase or decrease indentation, font color, highlighting, background color. So there are formatting. These buttons are used for formatting. So suppose I type here computer science, and I want to apply the alignment, that is center alignment. Look at here, center. And if I want to increase the size, selection is compulsory button. You can increase the size. You can change the color. You can apply bold, italic, underline. So look at here. Whenever you press enter key, the same alignment will be applicable. So you can remove these different type of features. Look at here, alignment left, then font size you want to take. Suppose it is 18, and color is black, automatic color. And there is bold, italic, underline. You remove that. Next is, after that, if you want to save the file, click on file, click on save button. So look at here, the extension of your writer file is .odt. So remember one thing, the extension of writer file is .odt. And you will give the name of the file and click on save button. Your file will be saved. And in case the shortcut key for saving is Ctrl+S, remember one thing, if I make any changes here, in that case, if I click on file, click on save button is there, it means everything will be saved in new file. But if I'm using here save as, control plus shift plus S is the shortcut key. It means all the changes will be on new file. Okay. So this is save as. So I will have to give the new name, new file to, and click on save button. It means changes are in new file, not in old file. So in case you want to create a new file, click on new button, text file. The shortcut is Control plus N, and there is a one button in standard toolbar, that is new button. So by using this, you can create a new file. And if you want to open the already existing file, click on open button, click on file, click on open button. Shortcut key is Control plus O. So Control plus O is the shortcut key. And there is a open button available in standard toolbar. So look at here. So a dialog box will appear, select your file and click on open button. These are similar to MS Word, exactly similar to MS Word. And next important thing is that in case you want to create PDF file of same, you will have to click on file, click on export as PDF. Look at here. After that, different options are there. Export, where you want to export this file in desktop. Name of the file is new PDF. So I click on save button. I minimize this. Look at here, new PDF. So this is the easiest way to create PDF file. Next is, if I'm typing something in the shape of list, so there are numbered and bulleted. So I click on numbering on. So I type keyboard, then I press enter key. Next number will be there. So if I want to change it from number to bulleted, I select this and click on bulleted. So, but these are only the limited, you can say symbols are there. If I want, in place of 1, 2, 3, I want to display there ABC like this. In that case, look at here, you will have to click on format, then bullet and numbering. So different bullets are there. Click on form, select your data, click on format, bullet and numbering. So here is, if I want to apply numbering, there is a different types. Look at here. So this is bullet and numbering. It means there are two methods to apply bullet and numbering. One is numbering on off and bulleted on off buttons available in formatting toolbar. Second way is in a format menu, there is bullet and numbering option. Click on that. The dialog box will appear. There is in a bullets. There are different style of bullets. Select any and click on OK button. Otherwise, there are numbering type and so many other things are there. There is also graphics. You can select the graphic and click on OK button. So this is all about bullet and numbering. And the next is, if you want to insert an image, then way is click on insert, click on picture, click on from file. So in your computer system, check your folder having a image. Look at here, I'm selecting one image. So that image will be inserted. So we can resize this according to our requirement. There are handles, total there are 8 handles. So we can resize this. Next is, there is another method to insert image. Just go to the location where your file is saved and so select any image you want to insert and drag in your document. Drag and drop. So look at here, image is inserted. And you can also right click and copy and come to your document, right click and paste. The shortcut key is Control plus C for copy and Control plus V for pasting. So this is all about how you can insert an image in your document, writer document. If you have any doubt, raise your hands. Parvush, any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes, beta.
सर बाकी 2 चैप्टर्स की भी असाइनमेंट सेंड कर दो.
Yes, beta, today I will send to this is a one chapter I have already sent, the 2 chapters assignment I will send. Okay, beta?
सर कॉपी आपको सेंड करनी है कि ग्रुप में?
Okay, students. Next important thing is that beta, we will continue writer after PT1. We will continue that. So there are so many things are in writer. I'm just giving some introduction. Suppose I want to apply the background color of your document. The way is format. Then there is a page, background. Select any background color. Click on OK button. So background color will be set. Click on format, click on page, there is a background, select any color, solid color. And if you want to insert any image, click on color, click on the list and click on graphics. Click on browse button. Okay. And then you can select any particular image and then click on open button. And then click on OK button. So this is image is in background. It is not we have not inserted the image, but we have set the image as a background. So look at here again, click on format, click on page. In background, from the list, I select color. And after that, I select any solid color as a background. So this is a way we can set any image as a background. Next is in your same dialog box, there is two type of orientation. Whenever your document is in lengthwise, it is called portrait, but when it is your widthwise, it is called landscape. Look at here. This is by default, it is portrait. Okay. And then if you click on landscape, it converted into landscape. And your paper size is, we are using A4 size. Whenever we get the printout, it is A4 size. And there, whenever in document, there will be, here is letter size. And whenever you go doing some legal work, there is a legal document. The size of legal document is the height is little bit more. So look at here, height is 14, 8.5, 8.5. In the case of your letter, it is 11 and 8.5. But in the case of your A4, 11.69 and 8.27. So these are the different size. So set the size according to the paper available with you. If paper is of A4 size, then you will have to select here A4 size. And in your document, we can also provide margins. Look at here. In here is a your scale is here, ruler. So if I drag it in upward, it means I am reducing the top margin. Top margin, look at here. If I go to the bottom, you can also set the bottom margin. Here is right and left margins. So look at here. So these are the different margins. You can apply this by click on format, click on page. So here is margins, right, left, top, bottom. You can also increase and decrease from here. Click on OK button. So there, these are the margins. You can do this with the help of a ruler, or you can click on format and click on page, then click on, there are 4 margins. You can increase that or decrease that. Next is, before printing, you can click on file and click on page preview. Look at here, page preview. In MS Word, this is print preview. So it will give an idea how your printout will be there after printing. So look at here. You can click on close button to close the preview. In case there is a error to remove the text and there is an error, then you can press Ctrl plus G for undo. Undo button is also available in the edit button. And you apply, if you apply Ctrl plus undo, then you can reverse of that is redo. So look at here. Undo. Suppose look at here. I remove the text. Here is undo. And then there is a redo. So these are the Control plus Y. So these are the shortcut keys. And suppose there is a spelling mistake. So these are displayed with the help of red underline. So look at here. If I right click on that, there are different options are there. Select the correct one. Or if suppose that suppose I have selected a scanner and then I type one name, that is Herman. So it will show error. So right click, you can click on ignore. So it will not show error. You can also add this same in dictionary. You can also autocorrect. Autocorrect is a when your error is automatically corrected. It means whenever you will later on I will discuss how you can add autocorrect dictionary, the words in autocorrect dictionary. So, but if suppose look at here. Here the grammar dictionary is not activated. If there is a grammatical error, that will be displayed with the help of a green underline. Okay, beta. So here the dictionary is not activated, and later on I will activate that. So there are two things. Here is red line, that is your spelling mistakes, and green line, there are grammatical errors. You can look at here on or off. Look at here. If I click on spelling and grammar here, these are red line, these are called auto spell check. If I click on that, it means it will not show your errors. If I click on that, it automatically show the errors. This is called in standard toolbar, there is a auto spell check. So it means automatically it will check the spelling. If you click on that, again, it is toggle button. It means you click on that, it will off. Again, you will click on that, it will on. So in place of that, if we want to check the spelling with the help of a dialog box, this is, look at here, spelling and grammar, spelling and grammar. So you will have to select the type of language, whether it is a USA English or UK English, and then one by one, it will check the errors and give the suggestions. Okay? If in your page there are 4 errors, one by one, it will show first error, the second error, then third error, and there are options, and you can change it. You can change all. If the same type of errors are again there in your document, autocorrect, you want to apply auto check, add in case you want to add the words in dictionary, ignore one means one time error will be ignored, ignore all. If same error is in the document more than one time, these will be ignored. So these are the different spelling and grammar checkings are there. Next is, in your documents, there are some buttons that are not in printable format. These are called non-printing graphics, non-printing characters. You press enter key, it is not visible. Whenever you will get the printout, there will be no any these characters will not be displayed there, but these characters are in your document. So in your standard toolbar, there is one button, non-printing character. It will show where you have pressed enter key, where you have pressed tab key. Suppose I am using here tab key. Look at here. So it displayed tab key, enter key. Okay. So these type of non-printing characters are displayed here. So one time it's again toggle button. One time it display. If I click on again, click again on this button, so printing non-printing character will disappear. So for space, so look at here. If I give space, if I give tab, if I press enter key, so these are called non-printing characters. And another thing that is important, if I select any text, there is one button that is called format paintbrush. It copy all the formatting effects. Look at here. I click on that and go to the another location and select the text. Same formatting feature will be applicable on the text, selected text. This is called which one? Format paintbrush. In MS Word, it is called format painter, but here it is called format paintbrush. So if you have any doubt, raise your hands. And remember one thing, whenever in a PT2, the questions from the writer may be like different component of a writer window, different buttons available in standard toolbar or formatting toolbar. So remember these type of features of a writer. Means आपको टूल बार के नेम पता होने चाहिए, आपको मेन्यू बार के नेम पता होने चाहिए, आपको शॉर्टकट कीज पता होनी चाहिए. So there is another feature in writer, that is you can, I'm just giving a review of your that is a writer. So in PT2 we will discuss this in detail. In case you want to insert a table, there is a table menu, insert table, or there is a table button available in standard toolbar. So you will have to select how many rows, how many columns you want to create. So 3 by 4 or 4 by 4 or 4 by 10 by 2. Okay, so this is the way to create a table. Another way is click on table, click on insert, click on table. So you will have to specify the number of columns and number of rows you want to insert, then click on OK button.